Hey folks, I'm back, China Guitar Skeptic here with Vodcast number 3, the first since the Halloween Vodcast. And I hope you like these Vodcasts. The idea is that I pack a few more bits into one video. But do let me know in the comments down below if you prefer short little snippet videos or whether these Vodcasts appeal. Today's Vodcast is entitled Flying with Grace, and you'll see why shortly. But coming up in this episode, I'm going to talk about a recent open mic night gig I did with the Taylor copy, the Milton K24CE. I'm going to give another demo of the Partacaster, this time with the clean sounds but through an amp and also with a bit of setup. And that was a request, by the way. And the main feature of this video, as promised in the last video, is a longer demonstration of Grace, the jazz bass copy. The Geddy Lee tribute jazz bass copy, which I got from Kathy at OEM Express. And then finally, I've had a few questions asked about my video setup, how I do all of this. So I'm going to give you a little bit of the recording insight on that towards the end of the video. And also there will be a follow-on to that for those that are interested in the post-production, I should say. So that's all coming up. Stay tuned. Yeah, hi folks. And I did recently do an open mic Tuesday or so ago in a place called Crawley in Sussex, and I met my very first stranger subscriber. Somebody recognised me for the first time ever, and I'd like to say a big hi to Zach. It was great to meet you, buddy, and you got to play the Milton K24CE. I hope you enjoyed that. I certainly really enjoyed meeting you. Zach's a great guitar player and was also performing at the open mic night. I had a few issues that evening. It wasn't the best I've played, unfortunately, but mainly because we started off with the first number. We had an issue with the lead, so the guitar wasn't even coming out of the PA. And then when we did get the guitar through the PA, it was so badly out of tune. Unfortunately, what I'd done, and this is a lesson to everybody, is I tuned up outside to get the tempos of the songs sorted out with my buddy Pete, who I play with. And in tuning up outside and getting the guitar acclimatized to the cooler air out in the night, as soon as I brought it into the absolutely stiflingly warm pub, it was well out of tune. I did manage by about the third song to get the thing properly in tune and it settled down a bit. Still not completely happy with it, but I'm currently asking for permission to show a video that was taken on that evening. And if I can, I'll show you. If not, I'm certain to make one of my acoustic duo soon. You've all seen the band, but I do also work in an acoustic duo. So I'll try and get to that. Okay, second thing in this vodcast today, a lot of people asked me about the clean sounds demo of the Partacaster. They were all direct into the desk, and a lot of people have asked, would I do another one with the clean sounds through the Carlsbro GLX85 amp that I use for everything else? So I've addressed that. Also, I've been asked about whether or not the pickups have been set to the standard Fender height. Well, they hadn't, but now they have for this demo. I've set it up as a standard single coil, and the Fender website gives the specification of 2mm gap. When fretted at the last fret, there should be 2mm between the string and the pole piece at the bass side of the pickup, and 1.6 at the treble side. So that's exactly to the 0.1 of a millimeter how I've set them up. I've used gauges to make sure they're right. So this demo is with the correct Fender specification setup. I'm just recording straight into the R16 with a mic, a little bit of reverb from the amp, a spring reverb, but other than that, this is just completely flat EQ, everything set at 12 o'clock. So here's what that sounded like. I hope you enjoyed that little demo of it plugged into the amp, and hopefully it shows these pickups a little better than the direct sound, which was rather thin because it was not EQ'd. This is not EQ'd either, but it's direct into the desk, and obviously using a microphone. I'm using the M3, the Rode M3 microphone to record that. And I think you'll agree, I'm very pleased with the sound. Hopefully this shows it better for those of you that didn't like the direct into the desk sound, but certainly for the cost of just under $10, I can't see how you can get a better value for money from a loaded pickguard. Pickups already in it, already wired. I don't know. You tell me. I'm sure you'll make comments in the section below. So anyway, that brings us now on to a little jam I did the other day, just to give you an idea of how Grace, the Geddy Lee tribute copy Fender Jazz Bass from Kathy at OEM sounds. Just a little point, I'm mentioning Kathy not because I'm promoting her, because I still maintain that I do not encourage or promote the buying of these Chinese copy guitars. These I've bought and paid for to show you the faults. This bass just so happens to be the very first out of 9 instruments that I've received from China that doesn't seem to have any issues, that plays lovely, is set up well out of the box. That doesn't mean to say every guitar that you may get from Kathy will be that way. And I'm certainly not involved with Kathy in terms that I pay for all of my instruments. I don't get free instruments in return for doing these reviews. These reviews are out of my own pocket to help and to guide you and save you from being ripped off and buying stuff from China that really doesn't work. However, this bass I'm really pleased with. And I'm going to be 100% honest, as I always am. So when I find something that I like and it is good, I'm going to say it how it is, folks. So anyway, go and have a listen to this little jammed out demo. I apologise for some of the guitar playing, but it really was. It was thrown together in an hour just to give you an idea of how Grace sounds. And to my ears, she's lovely. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed that little demo of Grace. And as I say, I can't find any fault with this. I know a lot of people have mentioned the fact that the bridge is not the correct Geddy Lee bridge, but it is the correct Fender jazz bridge. And all the parts for that I know were sourced for that reason from Korea rather than using the Chinese made parts. And that was something that actually Kathy suggested, and I'm glad I said to her, yes, go ahead and do that, because the tuning pegs on the bass are solid as a rock and hold their tune, and the saddle itself and the tailpiece are very, very controllable in terms of intonation. I haven't need to set it up because it's set up really, really well, but it is the very, very same that you find on most Fender jazz basses, just not Geddy Lee's. Anyway, I hope you really enjoyed that, and I hope it's given you a good idea of how pleased I am with that bass. Anyway, finally, I had a couple of comments and I've had a few emails asking me about how I do these videos. I obviously quite often use a green screen, and so what I've done is I've taken a couple of pictures here to show you the important parts of the setup. First and foremost, I always used to use 3-point softbox lighting, but recently I've found some 9-watt LEDs, and in an array of 4 lights above me, they're perfect for washing out the green screen behind and still casting enough light onto me with the natural key light of the window over to my left to make a really, really nice green screen effect. So that's what I've been using. All of my videos these days are shot using the GoPro Hero 3 Plus Black Edition because I'm just really pleased with the 1080p picture. The quality is great, and I'm really happy with how easy it edits. I use I use Adobe Premiere to edit with, and the footage imports brilliantly from the GoPro. My microphone, actually, for the first time in a while, I've gone back today to the slightly cleaner and more pro tone of the Sennheiser MKH 416 because I just get a clearer sound from that. So hopefully this sound is coming out. And one thing that people will allow a little bit of leeway on is video, but they don't seem to like it when there is poor sound. So investing in a good microphone is something that I would heartily recommend. In terms of the setup, you can see that I just sit on a little black chair in the middle of the room, far enough away from the screen, hopefully not to cast any shadows so that it's easier to key out. And also hopefully I don't get any green bleed on me. Also, I try to keep the green screen as taut as I can. The green screen is hung from hold-on clips and rubber bungees at the top. And at the bottom, I've put the pole that usually hangs onto 2 frames, just to give it a weight at the bottom to pull it out taut so that it's nice and flat and fairly even, as close as even as it can be to being a flat colour, because it's much easier to key. As well as the recording equipment here, I also record the sound into my Zoom R16 unit, which just sits over there in the background recording away. And then I sync up the footage by a simple clap at the start, and I match the sound clap with the video clap, and then I substitute the camera sound for the recorded sound from the MKH 416. So that's what I do. There's no right or wrong. The key thing with lighting, with video, is lighting. And if you can get the lighting right and you've got a decent amount of light coming into the camera, you've got decent equipment for sound recording, then you really can't go too far wrong. Just get the lighting looking right in your videos and away you go. A little bit of colour correction in post doesn't hurt, but I like to avoid it if I can. If I can get it right in the first place, then that is always great for me. So that's my video setup. As I say, I use Adobe Premiere to edit with at the moment. I have used Final Cut in the past, but I will do another video if it's popular on editing down the videos. I'm not really a video production channel. My channel is about not getting ripped off by Chinese guitar makers. So if you really are keen, I will do another video on that, or perhaps post it somewhere else if somebody's interested. But certainly that's how I record this. This is the studio setup. And yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this Vodcast number 3. Please, as always, like if you like, share if you really like it, share it with your friends. If you're not already subscribed and you'd like to see more of this, please hit the subscribe button. And whatever happens, give us a like, give us a comment. And thanks so much for watching. And I'll be back soon with another video, but I'm not telling you what yet. Mainly because I don't know. Okay, I'm trying to do them weekly at the moment, folks, and time is proving difficult. I was 3 weeks ahead up until this week, and this week I'm rushing it to get it out by Wednesday. So hopefully it doesn't show between the cracks, and you'll forgive any minor errors and whatnot. I'll be back soon with another one. In the meantime, big love to Pete out in New Zealand. Again, nice to meet you, Zach, and everybody. Do take care.
So, Fat Man, who is this China guitar skeptic fellow?
I have absolutely no idea, but I am gonna subscribe to his channel.
Oh, good idea. You know what? I might even join you.
Hi folks, China Guitar Skeptic back with another video, and this time a vodcast, which we haven't done in 3 years. No, that's wrong. It's the fact that it's vodcast 3, you fool.